Tuesday's edition of the vlog here, Culotta and the Prince, wrapping up today's show. Antonio Blakeney, LSU basketball signee, was here, and Will Davis, assistant baseball coach, stopped by an hour or two. Talked to Coach Davis about Alcorn State coming to the box tonight, and also the shape that the venue is going to be in after yesterday's storm that rolled through South Louisiana, dropped both foul poles that the Prince was sitting out in the outfield for, and shredded some of the signage.
I was driving down Nicholson when the storm came through. Foul poles shaking. I got past before they fell down, thankfully. But some of the outfield fence, friend of yours, stopping by.
He's got a little flicker of light.
I know. The outfield, the fences behind the seats in the outfield, they went down. They had the fence company out there last night. Coach Maneri said that anything that wasn't, deemed to be, fit for people to sit in, they would just ask the people tonight to go sit in other seating. But they expect everything will be up and good to go. Obviously no long-term damage or anything of that sort. But nonetheless, just thankful that everybody made it out okay.
Tigers coming off an emotional series versus Texas A&M. I guess it's been the question all week from Maneri, his coaches, his players. Can you get over this and look towards moving on deeper into the season? Everybody talked about 1 versus 2, and now that it's behind you, can you refocus and kind of recalibrate and move on?
Yeah, and again, we always talk about how LSU has issues with some of the midweek non-conference games because you're dealing with teams that'll come in and they may not have the best pitching. And look, for teams like LSU, when you have a guy that comes in and he's throwing high end 78, 81, something like that, that can be a major issue. You get your timing down when you're used to seeing better pitching. So sometimes they've had lethargic starts based upon that. Hopefully they can get off to a quick start tonight. I know from Paul Maneri's perspective, one of the things he told the media yesterday when we were out there, and I know he told the team as well, is look, if you really want the rest of these games to matter, then this one on Tuesday night against Alcorn State has to matter, because if you lose this game, it wrecks your RPI. And at the end of the year, if you're talking about a top 8 national seed, these games matter.
We knew about Antonio Blakeney after watching him on the All-Star circuit. He was kind of a basketball junkie. After talking to him this morning, you kind of get the clarification that kid really kind of eats, sleeps, and breathes the game.
He's your kind of guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I asked him about the prom. I already hit the prom. Graduate on this date. I'll be in Baton Rouge. What are you doing to relax between now and then? I'm working out with Ben Simmons. All he wants to do is play basketball. That's great from the perspective of wanting to have a guy who comes in and understands what's asked of him. He wants to be great. People that we've talked to rave about his ability and his basketball IQ. Well, now we know that he loves it. And that's something that we talk about an awful lot, where some of these guys, they have talent, but they don't love it. This is a kid who loves it. And I think that as this young man continues to grow and develop, he's going to be somebody that's going to be really special to watch.
Yeah, he doesn't hide it. Check out the conversation in the podcast, 1045ESPN.com. Of course, Blakeney, a part of that #1 recruiting class at LSU basketball, with Johnny Jones is being brought into Baton Rouge, with Brandon Sampson right here out of Madison Prep, Blakeney out of Sarasota, Florida, and, of course, out of Melbourne, Florida. The #1 player in the overall class is Benny Simmons, who Blakeney tells us in the conversation this morning worked out 7 hours yesterday with inside the gym. So these kids are ready to get down to Baton Rouge and start playing college basketball. Check us out daily, Monday through Friday, weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. You can also catch everything on demand through the podcast at 1045ESPN.com.
Huge event Wednesday morning. DJ Welter will be in studio. We will be talking with DJ Welter. And we expect Gary will call in to talk about those linebackers.
We don't expect Gary to call in. Gary will be calling in hour #1. Enjoy your Tuesday out there. It's going up.